Hey everybody, hey, it's your Uncle Ko here. Welcome back to the channel. Just want to thank everybody for supporting the channel and all the new subscribers that I've gotten in the last couple of months here. Okay, so there's a few things that I do want to kind of discuss. I mean, obviously there's extreme builds out there and there's some mild builds out there too. And mine is more of a mild build. And I could keep up with pretty much everybody out there on the trail. The only thing I don't do is all the extreme stuff. I like to just get to the trail, drive there, drive it home, have some fun. If I have to go through an obstacle, I'll go through it. But if I don't, and if it's risk breaking it, I don't have a way to get it home. And that's my only way to get home. This can be a daily driver. It is very comfortable. And so just kind of want to point that out. This is more of a mild build, but it is a complete 1 ton setup underneath there. So enjoy. Okay, so as far as the vehicle goes, everybody knows it's a 2000 Tacoma extended cab with the V6 and automatic transmission. I do have a tackle box in there. That is a 470 to 470 paired with my stock case. So I'm sitting about 240, 250 to 1 as far as the crawl ratio goes. Axle wise, I've got a Super Duty Dana 60 up front, okay, that I swapped in after I broke my high pinion 44 on Barrett Lake Trail a couple years ago. You guys probably saw the video. And this Super Duty is actually still running the factory mounts on it. So I've got the radius arm set up back here by WFO. And then we had to make some custom mounts. That's a Trail Gear skip plate, the bottom, and that is an all spline front drive shaft to a Toyota flange for that Super Duty 60, Dana 60 up there. These are 12-inch coilovers, Fox coilovers with the remote reservoir on there. Got some Fox air bump stops mounted too. Some WFO limiting straps right behind there. And I've got the WFO aluminum tie rod for the front. So, and those are the 1550 U-joints in there that I got in there. And the factory front F250, F350 brakes with disc brakes converted over to the 8 by 6.5 pattern for the Chevys, because I am running a 14 bolt rear. And let's go down to that 14 bolt back here. So I'm sitting on 63 Chevy 63s, and this particular one actually has a wrap, military wrap on the main leaf too, which it's not very common. I got that drive line there with the Toyota yoke for that 14 bolt, and a little skip plate action for that drive line, and the 14 bolt back in. Oh, I forgot to mention, these are these are Method bead grips, so they're not bead locks. These are bead grips, which I'm had them down to about 3 pounds before on a couple of those trails, those runs that we did, that you probably saw the videos. And just a standard Bilstein shock in the back here, nothing fancy. Got that diff cover from WFO, and this does have that anti-wrap torque bar from WFO also. And the back is paired with a ARB and 538s, and 538s in the front with an E-locker. And the flex is pretty good. As good as I need it to. And then we got your rock sliders. That is a high
clearance rear bumper that I've got back here. And I did put these lights on here, these reflectors, just in case I ever need to look at it, look for it at night or something, and forget it somewhere. I got my toolbox up here, which this here actually holds pretty much everything, all the tools I need. I got spare front, spare rear drive line, my camping gear, antifreeze, oil, brake fluid, all that stuff is in there. Got my jerry can mounted here temporarily. And this rack right here, I had a lot of questions about this rack. So this rack, when I bought the truck, only had this piece right here. I actually built this up here for it. And I bought these whip lights for it. So this is E-Track, and that's all it is. So I used to work for this trailer company out here, and they would throw away all the scraps, all the 2-footers, 3-footers, 4-footers that weren't being used to make them fit in those trailers. So I would keep them all, and I would bring them home, and had a whole stack of them. And I was trying to figure out what the heck to do with them, and sure enough, that's what I did. I built that rack with it. So now I could put anything but the spare tire up there, because that's where the spare tire used to go. I've got this military ammo can here, and that's where I put my air compressor. So it's a Napa compressor with the two-way split for all 4 tires. And if we go into this inside the truck, so this is the way I bought the truck. I already had these Corbo seats in here. Very nice, very comfortable, pretty much brand new. And this thing drives very straight, just like an IFS. And if you're thinking about those switches right there, questioning those are my, that's my ARB switch, my locker switch for the rear and the front. The front used to be ARB, but now it's an E-locker. So I've got the other switch over there. Those are all my panels right there. Stock 3.4 K&N intake. The reservoir for my PSC hydro assist. And we got a GM brake booster here. I believe that's a 1-ton booster. Yellow top. Frame's been reinforced, plated. I built that front axle myself. The only thing I didn't do is the ring and pinion. So, and then I also built that rear axle without the ring and pinion. I had a little bit of help because I didn't have a shop to get this thing under there. So I had a buddy of mine in Lodi, Kit Vo, help me install it for a small fee. There you go. There's my complete build.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching this. And just keep in mind that everybody's budget kind of really determines what they could do to their vehicle. So I've seen guys out there with just Toyota setups and they do just fine. Just stay off the gas. See you on the trail. Thank you.